I'm Jake Bruton, and today I want to talk to you about how the building here at Siga in Russwil, Switzerland is managing water, and how I thought it was really interesting that, like, hey, they talk the talk, but they walk the walk. So we talk constantly about water management, and water is the biggest killer of buildings. And it's really apparent here that the designer of this building, the builder of this building, fully understood that. So we're on level -1. We're below grade technically. We're in a little stairwell elevator shaft. I wanted to start by talking about this little metal cap. This is a concrete wall. This section happens to be parged. The wall is actually back here. This is something different. But they have this broad metal cap, and this metal cap is positive slope away from the building, so the water's running out and down, and this metal cap is capped by a windowsill that has positive slope down and out, and then it is capped by another aluminum piece and by the window, and so any water that hits the wall here, literally the only opportunity is to find its way down and out. I think that this is an amazing example of, yeah, this part's not exactly cost effective, or this part's not exactly easy to cut and make on site, but it's the right part for this instance. So I want to show you next another section of water management. So if I hop up here, this is I think it's a larch, is what it looks like to me, which means it's not a particularly hard wood, but this is a full true wood cladding. It doesn't appear that it tapers in thickness. It actually feels like it's full thickness all the way through. But this is the important part. Look at that. That rain screen is, I don't know, 2.5 inches wide. That is a pretty substantial rain screen. This wood has total opportunity to get wet, to dry, to have constant drainage behind it. And that's what we want. Any water that gets in here has to find its way back out. And if you notice, these sections are about half a floor. So we have wood, and then we have another one of these cap systems up top. This is the most interesting thing that I've seen. So this is just a cobblestone, a riprap, if you will. There's quite a slope that leads down to this hill. In fact, I'm sitting on a set of stairs. I pulled a few of these out down there. About a foot down, it was still this rock. I think that the backfill, if you will, on this foundation, granted it's only about 3 to 5 feet, was done exclusively with this riprap. So we have effectively, if it's managed well with some planting and a tiny amount of mulch, we have a rain screen or a dimple mat that's made out of a natural material. So now we've basically covered the whole building. We're talking about a steel cap like this at the top that feeds from our parapet wall up top, to rain screen, to properly installed windows, to a steel cap, 3 times down, to a water managed foundation detail that's done in natural stone. It doesn't get much better than that. I think this is a really interesting thing. I think that it's a concept I would have never thought of. I'm not sure if we would do this at a client's house, because this is something that would need to be maintained. But dang, what a simple solution with natural materials. Leave it up to the folks at Siga to have a building that's kind of inspiring. It's a manufacturing facility, and I'm inspired. Stay tuned for more content from Siga. Don't forget to follow all the content creators that were invited out this week to Siga. I'm sure you're going to see some really cool stuff. Thanks for watching.